Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Welcome everybody to another weekly market update. This is the weekly video where I look at the long-term and short-term trend of the stock market. Primarily because the stock market affects everything you do, whether it be your pension plan, the economy, you name it. You need to be watching what's going on to make sure you don't get wiped out again in another 2008 level event. But as I look at the long-term chart here, there's no danger of another 2008 just yet. We've got years at the bottom down here, as you can see, and there's the S&P 500 going up there, which is the kind of benchmark stock market index of planet Earth. Week-to-week action, these little vertical lines, and the blue line here is the kind of the average price over the last 40 weeks as you go back. And this is the 10-week, just to help us smooth things out a little bit. So as you can see, the stock market is high above its 40-week moving average, and the 40-week moving average is pointing up. These are extremely bullish signs. I've been reporting on that, and actually as my system said to get in the market just about there, and has not told you to get out just yet. So you've been making very good money based on one trade, and that's something I'll be teaching at the January seminar on how to do that. So we get another new high week after week, new high. On rising volume, it's incredibly powerful. This is most definitely long-term trend is up as a bull market. If I look day-to-day action, this is just the last 6 months, daily action now, just not weekly. And again, moving averages across the bottom. Here we see it. Friday hit a brand new high again. This is on a rising volume. I said last week it's up, and this week again you can't see otherwise but up. All I keep adding to my conclusions each week, and I have been doing for what is now getting on for a year, which is, I think, record breaking probably in stock market history. There has not even been a healthy correction. It's even bull markets. They don't go up in straight lines. They're going to go up, but they should be bouncing down to this on the way up and bouncing along like that. No sign of that. And that has not been healthy. So I'm not going to get in the way of the trend and say, short the market, or it's going to go down. I have to follow the trend. But at the same time, you're aware that, this isn't a healthy situation. It's not correcting. It's not, keeping the move going. But it's a runaway train, and off it goes. I can only say by looking at this chart that the short-term trend is up as well. You cannot get in the way of that. All I can keep doing is adding notes of caution. Interestingly, I was looking at this chart and I was seeing how far ahead of its moving average it's getting, and I was thinking about 1987, and it was a similar chart. But I'm not saying another crash is going to happen just like that, but it could, but I'm not saying that there's any evidence to that. But what was interesting is that there was no real warning for October 1987. It just happened out of the blue. Well, and the reason was, actually, people say, we don't know the reason why. I know the reason why. The reason why is because the market had got so ahead of itself that there was an increasing amount of demand to cover on the short side. So lots of people are buying puts on the market, but that in itself, all the rush for protection, is what actually sent the market down in the end. It's not out of the question you could have another situation like that now, because that whole thing was caused by computer trading, which is even faster and more aggressive than 1987, that's for sure. Now what was interesting is that in 1987, the S&P 500 was at 338, and the moving average was at 288, which is 17% above its 40-week moving average. This market would have to get to 2,714 for it to be that extended above its 40-week moving average. So you're not at those heights yet, but it could happen. But just something to be aware of. If we start getting up to 2714, you're at 1987 altitude, which is the self-fulfilling prophecy in the end. So I'll leave you on that ominous note, but at the same time I have to say the long-term trend is up and the short-term trend is up. Speak to you next week.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.